Funding for Mastodon Minutes is provided by the Indiana-Purdue Student Government Association.
On the broadcast today, the crisis in Egypt affects an IPFW student.
The campus attempts to slim down with IPFW's Biggest Loser.
And feeling the love, Valentine's Day is just around the corner.
All of this today on Mastodon Minutes, along with a recap of IPFW sports with Josh VanCleave.
Students and faculty gather to discuss the political events rocking Egypt. I'm Nick Lawrence.
And I'm Andee Starewich, and that is our top story. The Emerging Democracies panel discussion took place last Tuesday. The event presented by UC Squared IPFW discussed Arab uprisings and the possibility of democracy taking root in both states.
I think that the crisis in Egypt is very important for the IPFW community and for the United States in general, because Egypt is an important actor in the Middle East, and it's been a key ally, and it's important for the future of what goes on in Israel and the occupied territories. And because those issues are important to us, we need to be aware of them and as well informed as possible. I think that the panel in general wanted to lay some groundwork and to let people understand where the events were coming from and what led to them, and so that as you watch the events unfold in the next weeks or even months, you will have the groundwork laid for understanding what is going on. As much as some Americans try to deny it, we're part of the broader world, and what goes on in the broader world affects us. And Egypt is a country, it's a large country, it's an important country. What happens in Egypt has an effect on the stability of the Middle East. The stability of the Middle East has an effect on the United States. And there are some out there who think we should just ignore the world around us, but that may have been an option 100 years ago. It isn't an option today. The world is around us. We're interconnected with the rest of the world. We can't ignore it even if we want to.
Joining Lutz as panelists for the event were Farah Combs, instructor of Arabic in the Department of International Language and Culture Studies, and Awsam Nassar, assistant professor in the Department of Communication.
Continuing on with the events in Egypt, we were joined earlier today by Mohammed Kedas, an international student from Egypt. So tell me a little bit about where you're originally from.
I'm originally from Egypt, born and raised.
So do you agree with what's going on over there, this protest thing, and you think he
I
should
agree
step
with
down? And we did just find out moments ago that
yes,
he
I
did
agree
step
with
down.
the peaceful protest that has been begun by educated young people, but some violence occurred, which I'm pretty sure had some political dimensions. No one is sure who did the violence, but I'm pretty sure these are not the people who started the revolution, because the people who started the revolution are so young people. They're well educated. They just care about the land, about their home. They are not poor. They are normal and rich people. They live in really nice houses. They drive really nice cars. So they just did this for their country.
Now I have to ask, if you were back home, could you see yourself participating in this kind of protest? I mean,
yes, I have participated several times in my old university. But it was, once again, it was in a peaceful way. We just protest, we just hold the signs, we don't want this. But when you have, when your voice is not heard in the way that you want to be, so you got to raise your voice a little bit louder.
Well, thank you, Mohammed. And for more on that interview, you can see the full interview at our Facebook page.
Well, students tired of not having access to a laptop, the IPFW Homekey Library is now renting out laptops to students. The library currently has about 15 laptops with a wireless printing capabilities. Visit the help desk to find out more information on this new program.
And you can put that laptop to good use by filling out your taxes. The W-2 form should already have been sent out by employers, and you can find all the necessary literature and tax forms on the second floor of the library. And don't forget your federal and Indiana state tax forms must be filed by April 18th of this year.
Failing the love, students were able to participate in the sex education awareness game, Valentine's Sex Jeopardy, across various locations on campus from February 1st through the 14th. The program, sponsored by the IPFW Peer Health Educators Program, was designed to inform students about safe sex, STDs, and healthy relationships.
Well, Andee, I can only imagine the answers the students had to give during that game.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And with Valentine's Day just around the corner, we're able to find out what students have planned for this very special day. Not many people today know the origin of Valentine's Day. Born out of Christian roots, the story goes the Emperor Claudius caught on to priest Valentine secretly marrying couples and sentenced him to death. It is believed these couples would visit his cell, passing notes and flowers as a way of saying thanks to him. On February 14th, the day he was to be executed, it is said he passed a young girl a note signed from your Valentine, and thus started the way we think about Valentine's Day today.
Love.
Care.
Those are like the trademark.
I think about people being really nice and giving you chocolates and candy.
Commercialization.
People being nice to each other, flowers, like roses, chocolates, stuff like that.
Lack of date.
Hearts, chocolate, lots of candy, teddy bears.
Flowers and letters have long been signs of love, but so are chocolates, dinner, and a movie. Every year, couples try to make Valentine's Day unique in their own way.
Either going to a movie or out to dinner.
Nothing. I'm going through a breakup right now, so I really don't care at all about Valentine's Day.
We're going out to dinner at Baker Street. And
then we have gifts for each other.
Yeah, probably go see a movie.
I'm going to do something kind of nice. I'm going to give my friends some Valentines, but that's about it.
But the greatest gift of all is the love we show for each other.
Nice. I never knew Valentine's Day had such rich history.
It sure does, and so many calories as well. And if you need to cut some calories, the IPFW Peer Educators Program was sponsoring the Biggest Loser program. I caught up with Jennifer Rorty, the Health and Wellness Specialist here at IPFW.
Biggest Loser was meant to help students kind of meet their overall January fitness goals and weight loss goals, but it's really for everybody who is looking for some sort of New Year's resolution. Over 150 people participating in the program. We've got a lot of students participating as well as faculty and staff, so it's a good compilation of campus community. Well, it gets them moving. People like to earn points and prizes and be rewarded for the things that they're doing, so we're giving them a community aspect, helping them achieve their goals with a support network, and kind of giving them the groundwork so that they can be successful. College is a huge time when we kind of forget what our overall health and wellness goals are. We're on our own for the first time, so your daily practices that you might have done at home before you came to college are out the window. Make sure that you are eating throughout the day. Fruits and vegetables are a great thing to include in your lunch, and plan time for activities. It's free to use the sports center, so that's a great resource. And we have tons of intramural programs and fitness classes, but really just kind of making time for it and then making it a priority. And we've had huge success so far. And the winner isn't like the biggest weight loss overall. It's a point accumulation. So every person made 5 goals that they wanted to gain throughout the program and 3 that they wanted to lose. And the person who gained the most points throughout the program will be the biggest loser.
Well, Nick, it's great to see that people are getting in shape for the Valentine's Day season.
Well, it sure is, and with all that chocolate they're eating, they might want to hit up that gym she had mentioned in the clip there. And speaking of other things I love, Andee, let's send it over to Josh VanCleave with Mastodon Sports.
Thanks, Andee and Nick. Coming up on the 19th, IPFW's 4th annual Pink Out. Earlier this week, I caught up with Tommy Bell to find out more about this event.
The Women's Basketball Coaches Association started this, and it was really at the Division I level, and now it's spread throughout all of women's basketball at all the different divisions and the levels and the different associations. So in February, it's very popular. A number of teams actually have pink uniforms. We've been told that our opponent is actually bringing their pink uniforms to play in that day. We're going to wear our traditional white, but we are also wearing our new tradition that we've had here for our 4th year is our pink shoes. And a previous institution that I worked with, we had started a Pink Out, and when I arrived here at IPFW, We didn't have a pink out, and so we rallied together and started our first one.
I had an in-depth interview with a breast cancer survivor, Susan Alterman, who is the media director right here at IPFW, to find out more of what the pink out means to a survivor.
There was a very, 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 very tiny spot that the radiographer or radiologist didn't think it was cancer. My doctor said, I don't care if you don't think it's cancer, we're going to do a biopsy, because there is a history of breast cancer on both sides, both maternal and paternal in my family. And so I went and had the biopsy. And again, I was just sure, because of my past history, that it was just going to be a cyst or a calcium deposit. So no, it was the big C. In my personal experience, my coworkers are like a second family to me, and they treated me like family. I didn't have to worry about time away from my job. Again, I was very, very lucky. I had a lumpectomy, and that was followed up about 6 weeks after that with 6 weeks of radiation. I did not have to have chemotherapy. To some people, radiation can be very debilitating. Everyone around me gave me their full support. Like I said, it was like a second family. And I know of other women here in other departments that are breast cancer survivors, and their departments have enveloped them as well. And these women may not have had as easy a time as I did getting over the surgery and the treatments and all of that. But yet they're still, you know, we're all part of the family, and it's the family of IPFW. Young, from your typical college age to up to 72, we have people of all ages, all walks of life that come to us and bring their lives to us and their life stories. They enrich this university day in and day out. We like to return the favor in any way that we can through community involvement, community engagement. Pink Out was just one small way that we could be involved in something like that to promote breast cancer awareness, breast cancer research, early detection, and also to honor the women that have had breast cancer and survived. And there are many people among the staff, faculty, and students here at IPFW that are breast cancer survivors.
Now let's recap what happens in the world of Don sports. The men's volleyball team was on the road again, where they went into Chi-Town and took on Loyola. The Dons gave them quite a battle, but lost 2-3. The men went up to Wisconsin, where they destroyed Carthage 3-0. On Friday, the men take on Lewis right here in Gates at 7 p.m. Now switching genders, the women took on Western Illinois and stayed strong, winning 73-54 and whooping a sister rival, IUPUI, 84-59. The women take on North Dakota State on the for the fourth annual Pink Out. Come out for a good cause. On the 21st, they take on South Dakota State. Now on to men's basketball, where they were on the road and faced off against Western Illinois. The Dons went on the win 65-56, then came home and took on Chicago State, where they put a beating on them, winning 95-50. Come out to the Coliseum as they take on South Dakota State on the 17th and North Dakota State on the 19th. That does it for me. I'm Josh VanCleave. Remember to pink out and support breast cancer awareness. Back to you, Andee and Nick.
And what a good cause that will be, Josh. We all have our pink on today. Well, that does it for this week. I'm Nick Lawrence.
And I'm Andee Starewich. Thanks for watching Mastodon Minutes. As always, Mastodon Minutes news is always at your fingertips, all day, every day at facebook.com/MastodonMinutes. Also now follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/MastodonMinutes.
And on behalf of everyone here on the Mastodon Minutes team, have a great weekend. More programming is coming up next on CATV. Thanks for watching.